this village could talk, it would shake his head and point at those two sisters. Sit well, sip water, because today's story is hot. By the end, you'll know why some nicknames should never be gifts from the mouth. They were born a year apart and grew like opposite seasons. The elder was long and lean, as sharp as a broomstick. People started calling her Needle. The younger was soft, round and bright like a ripe mango. People called her Plump. Their mother didn't like the names, but one day, a market woman said it by mistake. The children laughed and that was the end. Names can stick like palm oil on white cloth. At first, the sisters were close. Plump tied Needle's scarf every church morning. Needle hid fried plantain for Plump after school. But slowly, the house itself became a stage for comparison, and their mother was the director. Needle, run to Mama Paul's house and buy me dry fish. Plump can't run fast enough with all that weight. Or on other days, she would say, Plump, help me pound yam. Needle's broomstick hands can't carry this pestle. She thought she was being practical, but her words cut sharper than she knew. The sisters began to see their differences not as blessings, but as weapons. Plump noticed how people admired Slim. Taylor smiled when Needle walked in. Fabrics fell in love with her bones. She moved like she owned air. Quick steps, chin up. Plump learned even earlier that people had jokes for big. Aunties pinched her cheeks as if they paid rent there. Women in the market would shout, "Ha, seafood! This one does not suffer." And when she laughed too loudly, someone always said, "Easy, earthquake." And when their mother bought fabrics to sew clothes, she never failed to make another comparison. She would laugh and say, "I had to buy extra yards for Plump. Her body always swallows cloth." Then she would turn to Needle with a smirk. But for Needle, just give the tailor half a yard and she would still have leftover. Sometimes, even at mealtime, their mother would laugh and say, "Needle, see your belly, flat like you swallowed only air. It's because you eat like a bird." Then she would turn to Plump with a sigh. "But you, my dear, your cheeks and your belly are always round because you eat for 10 people. Needle would laugh. Those words stayed with them, and before long, they began to throw them at each other. "Don't lean on my chair," Needle would say. "Do you want to break it?" "Break it, please. Your bones will snap before this chair does," Plump would fire back. They turned everything into a match. Who walked faster? Who finished chores first? Who the neighbors greeted? Who the tailor praised? Their father said nothing, just sighed the sigh of a man who paid for 2 sets of shoes yet could not buy peace. Needle and Plump carried their rivalry into every corner of the house. When their mother sent them to fetch water, Plump would balance her pot gracefully and walk as if she was carrying feathers. Needle would wobble behind her, the water splashing against her sides. "Careful before river follow you home," Plump whispered once. When it was time to pound yam, their quarrel turned into performance. Needle's strokes were weak. The pestle sounded like a stick tapping drum. Plump's arms thundered, each pound shaking the mortar like thunder. "You're only good at shaking house," Needle said. "And you, even the yam is laughing. See how it's still strong under your broomstick hands," Plump retorted. Their mother would clap her hands in frustration. "Both of you, if this pestle could talk, it will run away from your noise." The neighbors heard them too. Some laughed, others shook their heads. Children passing by often repeated their nicknames, giggling, "Needle, Plump." The names followed them like shadows. Their quarrel reached a breaking point when their father fell ill.